Hey, it's Dan here, and today I'm going to be going over the lose a pound a day weight loss protocol. I was just setting this up here for a photo shoot for the Instagram and the Facebook and the Insiders Club, and I just thought, well, it'd be cool to just make a quick little video too. So I made a short little video, a 4-minute video there, but I wanted to do a little more of an extended version for those of you who might want a little bit more detail on how you can utilize this weight loss program to your greatest advantage. So sit back, lay back, maybe you got a little bit of a raw food snack or a juice or something to sip on while I go over this here. I wrote this out this morning at 3 a.m. this morning, and so it's really in a rough stage, but it's good enough because what I wanted to do was oversimplify it. I wanted to make it super basic. So you'll see that the recipes here and the juice recipes and the protocol is magnificently simplistic, and that's what I think people need. It really shouldn't be difficult. So and I just say here, I wrote all this out, so I'm kind of going to read off my little notes here. And I'm going to send this to Instagram, and I'm going to send it to the Facebook and the Insiders Club as well. So I'm going to saturate everyone with this weight loss protocol. And you really don't have to be aiming to lose weight. This would also help you to improve your skin tone. This would also help you to tone up, give you more energy, mental clarity. I've got the Herbal Blood formula, so even if you're a thin type person and the Candida and the Parasites are eating up all your nutrition, the Herbal Blood here is going to help you a lot. So lose 1 pound a day, weight loss protocol. Follow these instructions as closely as possible for best results. Now remember, I'm going to make some very simple suggestions, but you have to adapt this to your lifestyle. So my recommendation is to everyone at all times in all phases of life concerning everything in life, make choices instead of making excuses. So don't make excuses, just make choices. Adapt everything so that it works for you. Everyone has a totally different life, totally different lifestyle, but with the basics, you can make it happen. Champions make it happen. And people that never get anything done, they make excuses, okay? So meal number 1, 32 ounces, lemon ginger blast with 5 or 10 Purazyme Therapeutic Enzymes. Okay, so if you are on a bit of a budget, then 5 Purazyme works really well. 10 is obviously even better. They've been using enzymes for over a century for cancer, for every type of disease. But here's the thing. Of course, that information was suppressed. Just like everything else that's natural, non-invasive, and non-medical, it gets suppressed and liquidated, the practitioners. And they've had some incredible results with enzymes and cancer, but of course you've never heard of that because there's a monopoly. There is it's more like a mafia, really. To suppress all natural health medicine. What's funny is that Rockefeller, the one who started this whole racket with the petroleum-based pharmaceutical drugs, actually used naturopathy and herbology for his own health, but then outlawed and never gave any grants to any herbal schools, herbal medicine, or naturopathy or chiropractic. And their goal, the American Medical Association, in cahoots with the Rockefellers, was to suppress all information and all health protocols that actually were of benefit to mankind. So we all need to remember that just because we haven't heard of something doesn't mean that it hasn't been here for years. Juicing, So the thing about enzymes is that they're anti-inflammatory, they purify the blood, they break down excess protein, carbs, and fats in the digestive tract. So let's say, for example, if I do a 40-day water fast, and on day 39, still big chunks of feces are coming out of my body, what do you think's happening to the average American who's got a gut and who's been eating meat and cooked starches and has not been paying attention to food combining? 39 days later, raw vegan, colonics, enzymes, juice fasting, water fasting, and still on day 39, rotten smelling feces is still coming out of my backside. We all need to start realizing there's a lot more going on, and that's why human beings, especially after what I experienced on the 40-day water fast, my senses, my smell, I can smell how smelly human beings are and what's rotting in their guts, whether it's carbohydrate fermentation, which has like a rank, piney, pitchy stench, and then there's the putrefaction and the rotting of the meat, the dead animals within the colon. I'm trying to be as little judgmental as possible, but I also like to just say it like it is too at certain times, because sometimes that plants a seed and helps people to start eating more of the fresh fruits and vegetables that are truly the food of mankind, because it's the food of nature, because that's what you see when you live in a place that's supportive of human life, which I know not everyone can live in the tropics, but it also gives you a real clear idea on what comes from nature and what doesn't. And those fruits and those vegetables are just sustainable seeds that continue on a perpetual cycle and produce themselves year after year after year and provide incredible source of food. I got tons of fruits and tons of vegetables, and so fruits and herbs are amazing foods, especially if you're going for the weight loss. Of course, I did get off on a tangent. I was going to stay on track here, but I just wanted to have a good time. This is always fun for me, this type of thing where I bring in all the different little information. I was talking about the enzymes, and you take those with the lemon ginger blast, so 32 ounces minimum, and if you're a larger person and you need more to get full, 64 ounces is permissible. Like I said in the short video, you cannot drink too much fresh fruit and vegetable juice, period. It does not stick to you. A calorie is not a calorie. A donut calorie is a lot different than a calorie in here. This does not stick to you. This mobilizes the stickiness of the donuts, the hydrogenated oils, the fried oils, the cooked animal fats, the homogenized and pasteurized dairy, which clogs people up. The worst of all is the dairy, to clog you up. Second of all, of the mucus formers, and this is the starches. I know that that's going to be a problem for a lot of people's religion, and then it depends also on how it's prepared. If something is baked in the oven, it tends to caramelize, and then the sugars are a little bit more available and less starchy and sticky. But that's a whole other thing within itself. What you want to do is, if you're really trying to lose weight and you don't want to have that saggy skin and all that scar tissue, you want to lose weight the raw food way. Trust me, because when you lose weight the cooked food way, you've got the saggy skin and you've got the stretch marks. If you lose weight and you do the tissue regeneration with the raw living foods, which regenerates the tissues and refines them by allowing life-giving nutrients in, hydrogen, oxygen, minerals, to activate the nucleus as well as the cytoplasm of the cell, so you have electrical conductivity between the positive pole and the negative pole, which is the exterior cell wall, then you've got electricity and you become this electrical being. And what happens is your blueprint as a human being, because as a human being in your DNA, you emanate certain frequencies from your DNA through your thoughts, your emotions, as well as just your whole generational pattern, diet, and consciousness as well. So you want to always be working on your consciousness, but you're emanating this blueprint according to the DNA. And so what you're trying to do here is to work on all the issues that are associated with being obese. We've all been hurt, and so a lot of times we use food to cover over that pain. If we can get to that pain and we can experience it out, feel it out, finesse it, accept it, embrace ourselves, forgive those who trespassed against us in the various forms that it happens, we can begin to get down to the original blueprint, which, if we've got the conductivity within the cells through the raw living foods, fresh air, and a few of the other adjuncts we're going to talk about, like rebounding and stuff, but the main thing that's killing most people is that we eat predominantly a cooked dead foods diet, which, if it's 20%, that's fine. Man, there's a whole philosophy that the revelations and the downloads are incredible. And No Cooked Food Society, I'll just say that, maybe we'll go over this later, but No Cooked Food Society has ever survived. No cooked civilization has ever survived. And yet, the trees and the ground still, to this very day, billions of years later after this first single-celled amoeba, living food is still being produced. So living foods has outlived all civilizations. And all civilizations have come and gone with the cooked food because they destroy the seeds in the food. When you cook the food, you destroy the seeds, okay? So the first meal of the day is a lemon ginger blast, 32 ounces. I'll post the recipe down below. Blast 5 or 10 Purazyme. That'll help to break down the food you ate the day before. But when you do it with the juice, it allows the enzymes to go down in and start breaking up all the junk that's sitting in your GI tract that's keeping you overweight. Because getting your stomach stapled and getting those surgeries and stuff is not really addressing the root of the problem. You may get some short-term results, but you're going to have long-term complications, and that's what I want people to start thinking of. One of the favorite things about this job that I have is saving people from making those decisions that may lead to short-term quick fixes, but lead to long-term. And I deal with these people on a daily basis over the phone, and it breaks my heart. And I got to sit there and bite my lip and be super gentle, because I know they will never have a colon again, and they will poop in a bag for the rest of their lives. And they will never really feel truly healthy because they've got staples and cuttings and no gallbladder and no parathyroid. And it's sad, 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 because they didn't get this information that they needed to simply use this wonderful, magnificent, delicious, juicy, fresh, high water, high fiber, tender, so delicious fruits and vegetables. Why would anyone want to even eat anything else? I mean, dude, my fridge is full of fresh fruits and vegetables, man. Carrots and beans and dill and cilantro and kale and lettuce. And I've even got down in the bottom from making all this juice. Here's another thing, I'll throw this in. I'm having a good time. You know me, I'm random. I could keep it laser point, but I love all these little stories and stuff. I've got the pulp left over from the juice, and I can't wait to drink this one. I already had a lemon ginger blast, my first since the fast. It was magnificent. It was so good, dude. I drank 64 ounces of it already. I made like 4 of these, but I quickly made these. But I saved all the pulp, and I'm gonna make sweet and savory crackers tomorrow because I got the dehydrated. So you take a little bit of sea salt, you take a little bit of the Puradyme protein powder, about a 1/4 cup of ground flax seeds, you put that in the food processor, ta-da! And you grind that up, you spread it on the Teflex sheet, and none of your pulp goes to waste. And then if you're on the weight loss program, you really don't want to eat those concentrated crackers. You want the high water foods for your weight loss so that you get full without getting stuffed with the calories. When you make the crackers, you make those for the kids, and you put a little bit of avocado, and you can have them yourself because it's, at least there's no chemicals. It's the chemicals. It's the chemicals in the wheat and the processed food, the glyphosate, which is marketed as a pesticide, which was patented as an antibiotic in the beginning. So if you take all the glyphosate, which is on about 33% of the food, and it's on all restaurant food, and it's on in most of the food in the middle of the grocery store. So go to the produce section and get home. You see, if you want to lose weight, you go to the produce section, you buy organic, and you learn. And that's the thing. I've got a sale going right now, $77 on every single thing I've ever produced. So hundreds of recipes, massive instruction for all the juices, smoothies, salads, entrees, desserts, cultured foods, soaked nuts and seeds. You can learn the whole raw living foods lifestyle. You never have to get overweight again, and you can enjoy truly at the depth of your heart and soul, not just on the surface like pizza or donuts or candy bars. That's the surface pleasure. But the joy that you get from the avocados, the tomatoes, apples, grapes, carrots and carrot juice, celery, soaked almonds, pine nuts, olive oil, real, living food that has not been heated and altered and tainted. When you learn that, you are smart. And there's a couple more days left on my lifetime of work sale, 77 bucks for over $1,000 worth of the best raw food educational materials in the world, bar none, by yours truly, Mr. Egomaniac. No, I know my food. I know my raw food. I know my education. I know my love and passion. I know the thousands of people with my own two eyes. My own stepmother did this program, Lose a Pound a Day, which is one of the programs that's available on my website right now during the sale. Lose a Pound a Day. It was the very first one I did. It's still the most successful bestseller. Fresh fruits and vegetables and the juices. And the weight just falls right off. You don't even need to think about it. Dan, losing a pound a day is not healthy. Oh, yes, it is, because everyone's overweight because they're toxic. There's no amount. If you lost 2 pounds a day, it'd be healthy. Why? Because it'd be toxins. And so people are literally carrying around, a 50-pound bag of dog food, 2 50-pound bags of dog food all day, every day, 100 pounds. Obesity is going nuts. You don't have to. These fruits and vegetables and the juices and the smoothies and the salads and the entrees and the desserts and these salads like this, they're magnificently delicious, and it's living food, so it's got all the fiber and all the water. So it's got the oligosaccharides, which feeds your gut bacteria, and we're going to talk a little bit about the probiotics too, which I left off on the first video, and that's going to help you at night. But if you can make the cultured recipes, you're going to be stoked. The link is down below for that sale, by the way. So let's keep moving forward here. Everyone's got that, the lemon ginger blast. The recipe is down below for that. It's also on like pretty much every one of my juicing programs, the low-fat raw vegan recipes for energy and weight loss, juicing for energy and peak performance, yada, yada, yada. All the classes are over there on the website. So that'll be down below for that. So that's number one. Number two is the whole body detox drink, or the cancer killer is what I call it. But in this case, I call it the whole body detox juice, because that's what it is. And this one, of course, I'll post this down below, but it's apples, beets, carrots, cucumbers, celery, lemon, and ginger. And so you take this as your second meal of the day. And you cannot drink too much of this either. Here's a little secret I want you to know for everybody. The sooner that you drink the juice, the better, because when you break the cell wall, that's when you loosen up the oxygen and the hydrogen. So you want to drink this, and everyone wants to remember this. Juice and drink, if you can. If you can't, this will still be better in 24 hours than anything you're going to get in the store. If you make it at home yourself, fill it to the top. Most of my juice recipes have at least a little bit of lime juice or lemon juice in them, which acts as a preservative. But even 24 hours later, if you have to do it like that, and that's a decision, and you need to make like a whole gallon of this, so you can have like 4 jars of this stuff, and you put it in the fridge and you take it with you, and you only have one chance to do it, this is still better 24 hours or even 48 hours later. It's better than anything you're going to get in the store, pasteurized, cooked, and dead. And this is living water, and that is the key to your weight loss, is the living water. Not the crap in the bottles, which is ruining your estrogen levels, and guys, their willies are shrinking and their stomachs are getting bigger and they're going man boobs because they're being exposed to so many plastics and so many pesticides, which are estrogen forming and hormone disrupting. And that's why I like to go to the store and get food that has no packaging, unless it's like nuts and stuff. You just go to the store and you get the fruit, and it's like, okay, this is organic fruit. There's no estrogen compounds, no enzyme inhibitors, there's no hormone disruptors or endocrine disruptors. But in all the processed packaged restaurant food, you can be rest assured you're getting saturated with that every single time you eat. And all these 20 and 30 somethings, they think they're just on top of it and they got all the answers. Just because your body adapts doesn't mean one day things are going to start to not work. You're not going to be able to get a hard on anymore. You're going to be slowing down. You're going to start having man boobs. You're not going to be able to lose weight like you used to or whatever. And you're going to have to realize it's because you're being exposed to a lot of chemicals, which are rampant in society. So you got to be really on point. So you cannot drink too much of this juice, the recipe down below for this. Now this is the Herbal Blood. You take 10 of these with your whole body detox juice, because this here also has the enzymes in it, and it also has anti-parasite, anti-candida, and anti-fungus and anti-yeast herbs, very powerful herbs. So you may have some Herxheimer reactions, detoxification reactions. Don't worry about it. Press ahead, you know, go get a colonic. But if you have obesity and you've eaten like sushi, red meat, fish, meat, medium rare, pork, any of that stuff, there's a real good chance you have parasites, flukes, worms, or whatever. Especially sushi. If you have eaten sushi, you have worms, okay? And a lot of people have candida because cooked food and bad food combinations don't go well together. And really, really paying attention to food combining and you know, mono meals. If you really want to get down to it, these juices and the fruit mono meals is where it's at. These salads are also, you know, stabilizing, balancing meals. These are meals. Like these are food. This salad is food that is fit to be put upon the table of the gods. Okay, and I will explain to you what that is in a minute. So take your, so boom, you got this, and the recipes are down below, and it's brain dead simple. And if you got to drink 64, do it. Who cares about how much money it costs? You're worth it. Get her done. If you follow this protocol as exactly as close as you can, you will lose weight, you will tone up, your skin will get better, your brain will get cleaner, maybe you'll have a little brain fog in a while things are dying off and you're moving a lot of old stagnant lymph. Don't worry about it, keep pressing ahead. Go in and get a colonic. That's one of the adjuncts I'll talk about at the end. Get a colonic or two. I'm serious, man. If I got poop coming out of me on day 39 of a water fast, you better be rest assured. There's a lot more going on than what we all think, because we never lived inside of us, but I am a gastronaut. I have looked at this, I have observed myself, I have observed my urine during dry fasting and water fasting, I have observed my feces during colonics, and I have looked at it every day. I mean, right now, after this water fast, my bowels are working incredible. And this is the kind of stuff that only us health nuts can talk about, but this is real stuff. And it's going to help you to understand things in a real way, okay? So let's talk about poop, baby. Let's move on, Dan. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I always recommend in these protocols these capsules. Why? Because I feel it's super duper easy. Me, I'm a Lifezyme dude. Now, the difference between these are just, the Purazyme is just more concentrated in the proteases, okay? So it's going, and that's one of the main things is the excess protein that we're dealing with. These proteins, and then we have the putrefaction, and then we have the protein plaques. Now me, I do like the Purazyme, but it's mostly a therapeutic thing for weight loss, or anybody dealing with tumors, or ovarian cysts, or lymphatic stagnation, allergies, stuff like that. If you have allergies, you have a stagnant lymph system. And if you have asthma, you also have a stagnant lymph system, and you have adrenal problems, and you've also probably, everyone, you know, I just did a consult, I have asthma. Oh, okay, so how's your deal with the dairy? Oh, well, I still do dairy. You cannot do dairy, not in this day and age. If you're milking the cow yourself, or milking the goat yourself, and they're grass-fed, that's one thing, but about 99.99% of you are not doing that, and so that homogenized, pasteurized milk that's in the store, that is the same exact thing as glue in your body. So you have to get rid of dairy at all costs, or you will have a very, very difficult time losing weight, and it is addicted because of the concentrated casomorphines, and cheese is very addicting, and I have many, many vegan cheese recipes, and I'm coming up with more all the time, so they're all over there. This actually right here, here's a couple of different cheeses I'm working on. This one is a dill cheese, and this particular batch right here is made out of coconut, Brazil nut, and then some probiotics with a little bit of turmeric to give it that yellow color. And then I let that culture, and then it's pure food. I mean, it is pure high vibration fat, and it's magnificent because Brazil nuts are magnificent. Coconuts are magnificent. And the probiotics are magnificent because it turns the billions of probiotics into trillions of probiotics, and it's a re-inoculation at all times. And me being as healthy as I am, I get the true biotics from all the fresh fruits and vegetables, which is why you want to eat organic fresh fruits and vegetables. All these leafy greens, freshly picked out of the ground yesterday, have the true biotics. And then you use the supplemental probiotics to always be keeping your system so that you never step into the gut dysbiosis via the stress or the antibiotics or the chemicals that are present everywhere in society, in the water, in the food, and in the air. So we always have to keep saturating ourselves with positive, good things. If you're either going on the positive or you're going on the negative, but ain't nobody sitting in the middle because there is no neutral. It's not possible. You're either going down one way or you're going down the other. You can't just stop. Life doesn't stop. You're either going down the positive direction or you're going down the negative direction. I recommend the positive, conscious choice all the time. Keep staying focused. Keep health. I said in the short video, don't worry about losing weight, because whatever you lose, you'll go looking for again and you'll find it. Think in terms of health. So instead of this being a weight loss protocol, which I just say because that's the buzzword and that's how you get the video views and that's the way we think, and that brings your attention over to this protocol. But I want you to start thinking in terms of not weight loss, but getting healthy. And if you put right here across the front of your mind and you never let it go away, I am getting healthy. Health is my goal. Health is my hobby. And you make health an absolute priority. I am getting healthy. And you'll start to get into a groove and a pattern, and it will become a new neuronal pathway in your life. And you'll make new friends, and you'll hit the gym, and you'll hop on your bike, and you'll go for a walk, and you'd rather have green juice than a Pepsi. Can you dig it, baby? That's right. So we got this. So boom, we're already moving ahead. By the time you're done with this, it's about 4 o'clock or something in the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, and you're getting ready for your dinner. Well, you're feeling good by now, baby. You're literally high on enzymes. You're literally got fresh fruits and vegetables in a balance of apples and herbs in this one, and then you've got the balance of all the various fresh high water fruits and vegetables in this one. So both of these are so balanced, it's insane and it's awesome, dude. So you've got a little bit of glucose for the brain, a whole lot of minerals, conductivity, and that blueprint we were talking about is expressing itself. And even if you're a little bit more bigger boned as a mesomorph or an endomorph, you're still your most badass self. You're not just sagging all over the place, but you're stocky and you're strong and you're looking beautiful and you know who you are. Okay, so don't try to compare yourself with anyone else. Just be your best self that you can be. But you know when you're doing it, when you're doing your thing, you feel good, man, and you don't give a flying flip what anyone on Instagram or Facebook says. You are a champion, man, because you're doing your thing, because you're not afraid. You are bold like a lion, and you can let the lambs bleat, but it is not going to deter you. And the people are going to try to hold you back. They like you where you are. They like you overweight because it makes them comfortable. They like you sickly. They like you under the weather because then they don't feel bad about themselves. But as soon as you start to shine, 1 week on this with the rebounding and a few of the other protocols, I mean, you'll be a completely different person. Your skin will start to glow. You'll be like, I got a lot more energy than I had last week when I was eating that fried chicken or that junk processed crap. I mean, even all the vegan diet ain't going to do you any good if you're eating a bunch of vegan processed junk food. I see it all the time, man. I'm sorry, but vegan ice cream is no better for you than, well, it maybe a little bit is actually, because dairy is terrible. But it's in essence, as far as like electrical conductivity in the cells, what do you think is going to create more conductivity between the nucleus and the cytoplasm? This green juice or, like a soy sausage? I'm going to go with the truly whole food, plant-based, raw, living diet. I don't even really say vegan anymore because I don't like that limitation and some of the connotations that go with it and a lot of the energy of attacking. I'm here to just support the positive and the good. I don't attack. I had a consult with a young man. I said, yeah, just, he's not ready to totally go all the way or whatever. I said, just eat small amounts of grass-fed beef and, because you can't just listen up, punk. You can't just tell everyone what you think. You have to be encouraging to everyone and understand where they are and help them. And you finesse everyone along. I do, 4 or 5 consults a week. I mean, every single person's so different, and I'm very good at it because I get it where they're at. I listen, okay, I see where this person is, and I move everyone along. I say, well, if you got asthma, you've got to get the hell off the dairy, or it ain't gonna happen. And if you're gonna eat a little bit of meat a couple times a week or whatever, because you're not ready to let that go, make sure you have humongous salads with it, so you're getting a lot of fiber. These guys are out there on the internet promoting nothing but meat and no vegetables, and guess what? I mean, good luck with your colon, because meat has no fiber. Eskimos, well, they only live to be about 45 years old, okay? So I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm not ready to die next year. I mean, I just got reborn. I'm about to start living balls to the wall, if you know what I mean. I mean, I'm reborn. I had to go through a lot of crap. We've all been programmed with a bunch of garbage, and we want the truth, because that's what sets us free. Now, this is, by the time you get done with this in the afternoon, you're going to be like flying higher than a kite. That's why you save this nice, delicious meal. Now, this is a nice little salad. It's very small. I made it. I did it for the Instagram. It's cutesy. No, you are going to want to eat a salad, baby. And I got some great bowls. Where's my little baby? Where's my little cheese? Anyways, I'm sorry, I really want to show you this, but I'm not sure where my bowl is. Anyways, I got a nice, I just want you to get a context here on this. This is about, if you're a larger person, I mean, if this is all you need, yeah. I mean, this has avocado, a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. You want those raw living fats to keep your gallbladder healthy and to break down all the old junky, crappy fats, all the oxidized, hydrogenated fats. You want not only the enzymes in these enzymes here, but you want the enzymes in these fats as well to help you to break down and immobilize some of the sticky, gluey fats that are stuck in your system from all the processed food, which we all eat, except me and some other people that are smart. But if we could avoid those processed foods at all costs, I mean, I just don't do it, and don't let me seem like I'm bragging. I'm real smart, real disciplined, and it's like, this is my body. And processed foods equal processed thoughts. And my connection with nature and my love for her laws and my connection to the divine is so enhanced by the lifestyle that I live that it's magnificent. And it awakens up portals and it resensitizes the system and it makes you human again. And that is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. You might stick out. People are going to give you hell every which way but loose. The more natural you get, the more clear you are. You don't fall for the hogwash anymore from the CDC or the FDA or the news media or the religious garbage or the political crap. You rise above all of that because your consciousness expands and you smile at it sweetly and you let everyone argue about it's all the president's fault when the smart people know he has nothing to do with anything. And the politics mean nothing. And the religion will hold you back from your spiritual evolution. And the public education and the letters by your name will make you dull and unintelligent because you'll be more facts and figures and opinionated, but you won't have any experience because you won't have a chance to have an awakened awareness of observation and childlike joy to just observe the simplicity of it all and go, God, it sounds great, all those wonderful theories about cooked food made our brains bigger and stuff, but I don't like the way it makes me feel experientially, and all I ever see is raw living foods on the trees, and that's where I see the divine energy, and that's where I see the conductivity and the electricity, and that's where I see I'm going to express my blueprint as the greatest human being that I can do, because I'm emanating electrical energy impulses in every one of my cells and fluids and in my blood, which is not sticky and coagulated, okay? So therefore, we're going to move on to meal number 3. There's a couple of options on this particular protocol, and I'm just going to copy and paste this whole thing that I wrote at 3 o'clock this morning. Man, it was awesome. I barely need to sleep anymore because I'm just so, I've been actually sleeping a lot, but at different weird times of the day and stuff, waking up at 2 or 3 in the morning, just totally galactivated. So it's taken me a while to reintegrate. I guess it takes people years and years to recover after a 40-day water fast. Give me a few more days. I'm holding myself back from going to the gym and going running. I said, you gotta just chill out for at least 1 week, Mr. Energizer Bunny, and then you can go and start exercising. I'm already climbing coconut trees and stuff like that, but I'm talking about getting down into some serious physical fitness. I think I might even buy myself a bike after this $77 sale. I have this piece of crap and I'm not inspired, because when it cheap cranks, if you're a cyclist and you have cheap cranks and they're making noise, it's like, it's sad and it's depressing and you don't feel like going riding. So I need to get a new bike, so I'm inspired. Anyways, I can't wait to go jogging and everything else, but I just need to give myself a couple more days, Danny boy, keep it calm, and it's not gonna take me like 6 years to recover from this water fast, no. Maybe a couple more weeks before I start. Yeah, dude, because I'm just strong and healthy. And the Dan McDonald way, as far as I'm concerned, is one hell of a way, at least for me. And I'd love to see more people feel this good, to have the electrical impulses in their brain and to feel alive and to feel their heart and to feel energy and to feel alive and to feel confident in who you are and what you're here to do. And when the bleating of the lambs, get the fuck out of my way, I will bite your head off, because I am not afraid. So don't put your fear onto me, because I am pure 100% courageous. And I thought I was an individual thinker before. I don't care what anyone thinks, and I want to transmit this right to you. You know what you know, and you know what you want. And you will not be letting anyone stop you, because the lambs will bleat and the negative Nancys are a dime a dozen. But the warriors and the champions, they come along every once in a while. Join the team. Be a badass. Be true to yourself. The crabs in the pot want to pull you back down. They're sad. They're depressed. They're broken. They gave up on their dreams a long time ago, if they ever had one. They sold out. You are not that. You are a champion. You are the king of the jungle. You will not stop until your goal is reached. And in your mind right here, you have the one thing that you know you came here to do. No one and no thing, especially yourself, is going to allow that to leave your mind, because when it's focused on one thing, you will arrive. And I have the goal in my mind, and no one, nowhere. I don't need anybody's approval. I don't need anyone's help. I'm going to be doing it even if the world turns against me. My heart is on fire. I am reactivated and reborn. And I love it. And I'm excited to live. I'm 44 years young and I'm waking up like a kid on field trip day. So get stoked out of your mind. This salad right here, the recipe will be down below. There's a weight loss salad, and it's made out of spinach, cucumber, red pepper, carrot, purple cabbage, apple cider vinegar, raw honey, avocado, dried dill, coriander seeds, peppercorns, and sea salt. That's down below. Then I got, this is the basic savory salad. And this is just a basic savory salad, but it's awesome because it's got the fiber, and you need the fiber because you need to feed the microorganisms. But if you're taking all these antibiotic-filled foods, cooked foods, dead foods, no true biotics, no living fiber, no living water, no oxygen, no hydrogen, you're just going to turn into a seething bog of gas and sluggishness and constipation. Constipation in your gut, it leads to constipation in your mind, then you get stuck. You get stuck in your life. And you need the high fiber, and you need the colonics, and you need the enzymes, and you need the green juice, and you need the movement, and you need the rebounding. And we're going to get into that next. Okay, finally you have your salad at night. Eat as much salad as you want. When you eat the living foods, within reason, but still you eat as much as you want. You can only eat so many oranges. But how much macaroni and cheese can you eat? You're bloated and stuffed and you're still putting another piece of pizza in your mouth? Why? Because there's no living water in it. There's no living minerals. There's no living fiber. And that food is addicting and it has chemicals on it. But when you have that living water in all your foods, you get full. The living minerals, it fills you up, shuts the appetite off. You're done, satisfied. And mono meals are the greatest thing that you can do, which segues me into wherever the heck this is. And it's down here in the bottom, but I'm going to go into it now. Fruit snacks between. If you do this and it's not enough, and it's like you had a long workout or a long meeting and your boss just was like going on and it drained your brain. Now you feel drained, you go down to the corner store and you get some organic grapes. You eat a few organic grapes. All whole fruit in any quantity is permissible as snacks between meals, because you're not going to gain weight from fruit. A calorie is not a calorie. A donut and a banana as same exact calories, right? But guess what? How many chemicals does this thing have in it? Sugars, dead white sugar, weird chemicals, pesticides, dough conditioners. And here's the banana, a real actual food with minerals and vitamins and potassium, which you need for strong heart, sodium, and it's magnificent and it cleans you out, and it's got the oleosaccharides which feed the healthy beneficial microorganism. And guess what? The donut feeds the Candida and the yeast, and God, I see so many people with mold too. I can see people talking about, I'm on a vegan diet, they're putting down the raw diet, and I see mold growing on their face. And they are putting down the raw diet when that's exactly what they need. They need to do this. If you have mold, you need to drink this hella every day. Lemon ginger blast with the cayenne or the habanero in it to burn that up. And this has the habanero in it, and that kickstarts your metabolism. And if you can't handle the habanero, then you just do a little dash of cayenne. And you just get your metabolism strummed up in the morning. And then this one only has the ginger, but it's got the beet. It makes you beautiful, purifies the blood. The cucumber is so hydrating because that's what you need. So the donut, the banana with the same calories, completely different consciousness, energy. This one has conductivity and electricity and cellular activity, and this one is going to sit right on your butt, right on your gut, and turn you into a donut. Okay, so this one is awesome. Meal number 4 is not really a meal at all, but it's a handful of Purifies probiotics right before bed. Now, again, I use the Lifezyme myself instead of the Purazyme. Like when I drink the lemon ginger blast today, I took a scoop of this. This is my favorite. So if you like powders, this is just super duper convenient and has more of the proteases. So if you don't really have your own experience yet, I would recommend this. And then later on, get some of the Lifezyme and try that. It tastes like licorice, and then I wash it down. Sometimes Lou likes to even put a scoop of the Lifezyme in the lemon ginger blast. But don't do that if you're going to store it. You got to drink that right away if you're going to do it, because you don't want the enzymes breaking down the sugars in your juices, because it'll make it go off, okay? So that's just, I love the Lifezyme powder. I go through probably one of these a month. And I'm still, just for me, but it's enzyme activity. It's enzymes put the pharmaceutical companies out of business. No longer need blood thinners, no longer need heart medication, you know what I'm saying? You no longer need the non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. So you think that the pharmaceutical media, which it's, it's all owned by a very small segment, they keep all the money, because the difference between the multi-rich elite, they're not really elite, they're dumbasses, psychopaths, baby raping, blood drinkers, but that's a whole nother conspiracy. If you're not a conspiracy nut, then you're not paying attention. But what I'm saying is that they own everything: the media, the military, the medical, the pharmaceutical, the chemical, the Monsanto. I mean, it's all one small group, okay? And you ain't invited to the meetings, and they don't really give a crap what you say. You're a number on a chart, and if you just disappeared off the face of the planet, they would be glad, because then they would start to meet their agenda, which is to wipe your ass off the face of the earth. So only a certain handful of us are going to get to live, because we're not paying attention, and we're letting them do whatever they want to us, because we're like, they're doing the best they can with cancer, and you're not a medical doctor, Dan, and chemotherapy's all we've got. It's the best we've got, and it's a 2% success rate. I'm sorry, man, but that's, if it's something's got a 2% success rate, meaning that, you know, the people, 2% of the people live for 5 years or longer. I mean, if you have cancer, just go home. Get another 5, 10, 20 years out of your body. Don't do anything. You'll live another 5, 10, 20 years, and you'll keep your hair, and you won't turn into a withering sack of bones with a goddamn poisonous needle in your arm, frying the insides of yourself. I'm sorry, but attacking anything doesn't work. Cultivating the positive does. This is cultivating the positive. This is accentuating the positive. That's the consciousness that you want to have. This. At night, I take, you know, a scoop of this. This was the very first thing I broke the last 3 water fasts with, and it's a very smart idea, because it's made the refeeding process. I mean, I don't know what it is, but people are like, it took me 6 months to recover from a 21-day water fast or whatever. I mean, God, the last time I did a 21-day water fast, I was good to go the very next day, and right back to the same old thing. But that being said, I am a highly trained, you know, I have this thing here, I own this thing. You know what I'm saying? I am a machine, a highly tuned machine, okay? So I'm feeling very good. I'm only 6 days after a 40-day water fast, and I have to hold myself back. But there has been a really great integration period. I'm going to talk about that one of these days. But I'm still in the reintegration period, and I'm like, you better shut up, Dan, but don't say too much more, because the most learning I've had from the whole experience has been in the last 6 days. As my nervous system re-upgrades, I'm on the couch, and Dakota was, did you know that you were doing that? And in the middle of the day, I took a nap, you know, and my whole nervous system was just, I was on the couch, just, and I was having all these dreams in the middle of the day. I don't take naps, okay, but I have been, because I really didn't sleep for like the last 10 days, except maybe 1 hour at night. And there was a few nights where I didn't sleep at all. And that was when the nervous system and the crud and the corrosion was coming off of my nervous system. Very powerful experience. The best thing I've ever done for myself. The reintegration period has been the most educational period of my entire life. A 21-day fast is one thing, and it was really, really simple and basic. A 40-day fast is a whole nother ball game, because I went down into the deep, and people are like, you're crazy, you'll probably do it again. You're probably right. I probably will. Because this time, I'm going to even go to the next level. And I'm not going to let anybody's fear, and neither should you, not in your weight loss protocol, health protocol, nothing. Not in your dream, not in your vision, your vision. If you're still here, you're a badass, and you've got something you want to do, and something means something to you in this life. And I'm your coach, and I'm your cheerleader, and all I'm here to do is love you, because I love myself, I love life. And somebody was real smart. They left a comment. Dan did this fast for all of us. Somebody now understands what's actually happening. I did this for my flock. Okay, Dan, you're delusional or whatever. It's because I love you. I'm not any better. I'm just saying there's people that watch me on YouTube. They have for 10 years. They're looking at me. Do something. There's a lot of talk, okay? And you have inspired me to walk stronger, to do what's real. I owe you more than you owe me. So thank you so much for keeping me accountable. I'm sorry I took off for so long, but there is a lot of dunderheads going on around here. I don't mean to get negative. I literally am serious. I love everyone. You will never see me underneath anyone's videos putting anyone down, saying you shouldn't eat this, you shouldn't do that, you're an idiot, don't live your dreams, you're too extreme, blah, blah, blah. I don't say, if I don't have something positive to say, of course I just called a bunch of people dunderheads, but you know, people want to hold me back. I got nothing but love for people. I got nothing but understanding. Yes, I'm like, I just said that, and I'm working on it. I don't even want to call anyone dunderheads anymore. You know, I feel sorry for them. Because, you know, the smartest, most wisest, most powerful people in the history of the earth water fasted for 40 days. We're still talking about those people. We're not talking about the people who didn't do the 40-day water fast. We're not talking about the people who were afraid of it. We're not talking about the people who didn't lose weight. We're talking about the people who did lose 200 pounds. You see what I'm saying? They get up there and they get on TV and the news media. How did you lose 200 pounds? Ate raw foods and used enzymes. And the doctors are going, oh God, we're going to lose so much money on surgeries and colon cuttings and gallbladder cuttings, and all these people are going to learn to clean their gallbladders out and livers out with raw foods and short little fasting, easy. I don't even recommend 40 days to tell you the truth. It's pretty intense. I'll do it again because I'm a warrior and it's my journey and my destiny to understand it. Tavis calls me the modern day Arnold Ehret because he says he reminds me of Arnold Ehret. Tavis's dad knew Teresa Mitchell, who was Arnold Ehret's #1 devotee, and they said when you stood next to Arnold Ehret, your hair stood up on end. So Tavis's dad got to know more about the private life of Arnold Ehret than anybody else. Some amazing stories, you know what I'm saying, and what he really did. And so what do you think, that he was sitting around worried about a bunch of people on Facebook and YouTube who don't understand? Arnold Ehret was a badass. We still talk about him today, and he's still inspiring us. Maybe 100 years from now, people will still be inspired by these videos by Dan the Man. I would love that, because these truths aren't going to change, just like it never changed for Arnold Ehret. Of course, they had to take his ass out because he was changing too many lives. It was costing the people money, so I hope that I don't get too much attention drawn to me and we can keep this rolling a little while longer. I don't want to change too many lives, but just take your little juice, your enzymes, get on point with the live foods, lose a pound a day lifestyle. What's next? So here is here's the right before bed, take 10 Pure Life probiotics. I don't have the Pure Life with me. I don't really use those because I use so much of these. If you can learn to make the cultured foods, the yogurts and the cheeses, you're going to be awesome, because then if you put a cultured coconut almond yogurt over the top of this, you're going to be getting your living fats, proteins, which you still need in your weight loss process, because you want to be out and getting active. We're going to talk about that, and I'm going to wrap this up in under 1 hour, man, so that means I got about 8 minutes. Lose 1 pound a day lifestyle. You must bounce on the rebounder for at least 20 minutes per day for this program to work. The rebounder moves the lymphatic system, cleanses and tones all the cells and systems of the body. 20 minutes is essential. Get a rebounder, a Bellicon, boom, use it every day. If you're a larger person, get one of the larger ones. Have your own custom-made Bellicon rebounder. Invest in the rebounder. It'll last you forever, because you can get new bands every 5 or 10 years or whatever, but bounce. It'll save and change your life at every stage of the game, to keep yourself from getting coagulated and stagnated and then eventually getting cancer, like it's going to be one in every other person pretty soon, because that's just the plan. And unless you have your own plan, you're going to succumb to their plan. The viruses that get injected into babies end up being cancer later in life. It's been proven 1,000,000 times, and the people that designed the vaccines were the ones that admitted that, okay, at the CDC in secret meetings, and then it got out all over the internet, but people don't really deeply research that much, so they don't find that little video where the CDC doctor said this, you know, virus is giving these monkeys cancer. And monkeys, humans, cats, cellular biology is all the same. It really is. The atom, the microcosm, the macrocosm, so you can rest assured. 30 minutes is better to rebound, and that's master status, and then avatar is 1 hour per day. If you bounce for 1 hour per day, your life is going to change very, very, very rapidly, and you will not have the saggy skin and the flab that goes along with most weight loss in today's modern world, with the weird stimulants and all that, and the cooked food crap and the struggling, because you can just grub out. If you eat the raw living foods, grub out, eat all the fruits you want, drink all the juice you want, and then with the salad at night, you can't put like 10 avocados on there or whatever, but you throw a couple avocados in the salad, you're still gonna lose the pound a day. And that's only for the folks that are, 30, 40 pounds overweight. If you're at the last 30 and below, it's like half a pound a day. Believe me. What makes you say that, Dan McDonald? Losing a pound a day is bad. I just lost 47 pounds in 40 days, so I'm an expert, damn it. I lost 47 pounds in 40 days. And in the last 6, I've already put on 20. And I'm going to go way up. It's going to be badass, dude. So it's time to be badass. That's what I'm saying. 1 hour per day. Bounce, baby. Bounce your way to health. Enzymes break down undigested carbs, proteins, and fat in the GI tract and blood. Enzymes are anti-inflammatory. Enzymes dissolve scar tissue, eliminating stretch marks and flabby skins. The herbs in Herbal Blood kill parasites and Candida, 2 major issues involved in obesity. Number 3, probiotics are supportive in healing gut dysbiosis and inflamed bowels, 2 major contributors to excess body weight. Eat more fresh organic fruits and vegetables and drink fresh juices daily for the rest of your life. Drink fresh juices daily for the rest of your life. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Amen. Movement. You must find some kind of active movement you love to do and get outside and do that as much as possible. Weightlifting, cycling, walking, jogging, hiking, kayaking, surfing, cross-training, swimming, and yoga can all be fun, especially when you've got energy. Energy. This is going to give you energy, life force. You're going to be like, I actually feel like moving. You eat donuts and pizza and burgers and fries and fried oils and cooked food and starchy carbohydrates. You're going to be in a food coma all day, every day. Then you're going to need coffee, and it's one big, long, crazy-ass cycle because the coffee burns out the adrenals. Then you need more sugar, and then you just go, blah, blah, blah. If you eat raw living foods, you don't need coffee, you don't need stimulants, you don't need anything. A little bit of cayenne, woo, you're good. Can you dig it? This must be something that you enjoy doing. You do not have to kill yourself. You do not emphasize have to kill yourself. Just get outside and have fun. Go play more. If you cannot tap into your inner child, losing weight will be difficult. Find your inner child. Have fun, fun, fun. Do this. Having fun is awesome. And when you're too old to go out and have fun, well, you're just old. Even if you're 25. We are all taking this shit way too seriously, and that's how it's written in the protocol, and that's how it's going to stay. With the crazy face like this, Okay, sleep. A good night's rest is essential to this lifestyle. Go to bed when the sun goes down or as shortly thereafter as possible. Do not stare at technology screens after dark. Do not stare at technology screens after dark. Shut down all technology at sunset. Unplug the Wi-Fi for a better night's sleep and leave your phone outside the bedroom. Your life will improve dramatically. Do not stare at technology screens after dark. Shut down all technology at sunset. Unplug the Wi-Fi for a better night's sleep and leave your phone outside the bedroom. Your life will improve dramatically. Eat all the fresh organic fruit you want between meals or snacks or when emotional eating patterns arise. This will retrain your brain and body to choose real food. Fruit is real food and will not make you fat. It will also help dissolve fat and stagnant lymph. Fat is toxins. Apples, oranges, grapes, melons, bananas, etc., etc. Processed carbs, refined foods, additives, pesticides, cooked oils, and animal products are making us overweight and sick. Helpful adjuncts, weekly colonics, very helpful. Massage, walking, 24-hour weekly water fast. 24-hour weekly water fast. Take a day off, and then when you go back to have your next lemon ginger blast, you'll be like, oh God, this is so divine. Trust me. Man, I did a 40-day water fast. Everything tastes so good. I've just been, and it's absorbing. My body is incinerating it. Oh, dude, I wish I could tell you about my bowel movements. It's miraculous. It's miraculous. I'll do it again just for that. Because it's just like, yes. I'm like, yes, look at that. And just the feeling of it so solid that my body is just sucking all the life right out of it and squeezing it, and then it's just this solid boom. It's gorgeous. Love it. Not ashamed to say it. You want that feeling too. Believe me, it's a beautiful thing. When you're on there just and it can't get it out, something ain't right, and you need to do this real bad. Massage, walking, 24-hour weekly water fast, counseling. Face your unresolved feelings and pain and express yourself. Goal setting, set small and achievable goals. Set small and achievable goals. And just little ones. Say, I'm going to, get through this just one day. I'm going to do the protocol just perfectly. And then do it. And then check that off. And you're like, I'm more confident now. I can do this. Let's do it again. Or whatever. I'm going to go to the gym on Wednesday and I'm going to work my legs with the leg press, the leg extension, and the leg curls. And you do it, and you set the goal, and you go to the gym, and you huff your way through it, and you leave there, and you go home, and you have your salad, and you're jacked up on juice, and you're like, God, I feel good. And then you set another goal. Okay, can you dig it, baby? Okay, find a weight loss buddy. Accountability is huge. It'll help you stay on track during the tight corners. Because which one of us has not snapped? Dude, I've snapped thousands of times. I'm on track, moving right along. I get knocked on the wind by something, and then the next thing you know, you got your face in a plate full of food that you know you shouldn't be eating. But when you have accountability, Margaret, I caught John cheating on me today. I'm about to go down to Pizza Hut, and I'm going to tear the place to pieces. You better get over here and smack the life right into me, okay? Who cares about that scumbag? He's been cheating on me for years, and I know about it. It's time for me to wake up and get the hell out. Come over here and tie me down and make me a lemon ginger blast, and don't let me go to Pizza Hut. I need your help. Click. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's more like click nowadays, and everything's electronic. Tight corners. This is a basic overview. If you have more questions or you want more weight loss recipes, go to my website, regenerateyourlife.org right now and get Lose a Pound a Day, Detox Mastery, Juicing Mastery, low-fat raw vegan recipes for energy and weight loss, and the 7-day reboot. You can get all these programs plus a full tuition and lifetime access to my entire website for only $77 during my lifetime of work sale. Everything I've ever produced for $77, and you get it for life. You can go there 5 years from now. This information will be pertinent. Those recipes will be magnificently delicious, and the educational materials will never go out of date, never go out of style, because ever since the first single-celled amoeba started eating the blue-green algae, and has been raw living food planet ever since. Can you dig it? Get it now, because the sale ends in a couple of days. The online classes listed above would be $200 if you had to buy them individually. So $77 or $200. I would say the 77, but that's right now. Be smart. Today is the day to start. Do not put your health and happiness off for one more second. Start this program as soon as possible. All you need is a juicer, a rebounder, and the probiotics and enzymes. Not that much of an investment. You're going to change your entire life, and you're never going to go back to that again. You can do it. Are you going to have to face some stuff? Yes, but that's the fun. Find out what's buried inside of you, handle your business, get over it, love yourself, deal with it, learn to be strong, feel good about yourself, and deal with the pain. Because it's, that's the reason why. You've got so much in there that you're covering over, but it's cool, man. I can dig it. But man, I'm telling you, the best thing I've ever done was decide I'm going to face it. Everything. All the pain, all the fear. And it's like you get close and you freak out and back away and you stuff your face or you smoke something or you drink something or you do something to numb yourself. Because you got close to touching on that thing that you said when you were a little kid, you made a decision. I ain't never going there again. Bury that away. Cancel, clear, delete. Done. In there, in my guts, in my system, on my nervous system permanently, affecting every decision I make. And keeping you from realizing your potential. but you're brave, you're strong, you're powerful beyond words and measure. You are an infinite being having a human experience. You're not a human being having a spiritual experience. You are infinite power, and you're condensed into this awesome little earth suit. You can tap into that power, and you can mold and manipulate this flesh in any way you see fit. You are the master of the ship. You are the charioteer. You are wisdom and power and grace. Can you dig it? And with humility and focus, there is nothing you can't do. All you need is a joke. This is your life we're talking about here. Invest in yourself. Love, Dan. I'm out of here. If there's any questions, put them down below. We'll go over this. Weight loss, everything, all of it. Just love it. Want to help. Love what I do. Love this knowledge to the depths of eternity and back. Simple. Fruits and vegetables. How can you make it be so profound? I don't know. I just love them. I need to eat because I've been it took me a long day to do all this. And I'm stoked. And I'm ready to eat and chill. God bless you. And that's all I got to say.